Welcome to Michigan Speedway in Brooklyn, Michigan, in the beautiful Irish Hills, where this 2-mile D-shaped racetrack sits at here today, and is also the location for stop number 17 on the Castrol GTX Cup. We are halfway home in the season, as we are 17 down and 17 to go on the season here, as we're set for the running of the Miller Lite 400. And yes, there's a Brooklyn in someplace else besides New York, by the way. And yes, there is a Brooklyn in Michigan, by the way, where the beautiful Irish Hills are located. Not to mention also this racetrack. And let's get the starting lineup for today's running event here. On the pole at 196 miles an hour, it is Dylan Young in the number 2 Miller Lite Ford. He'll be flanked by Chris Dalton in car 60 here today. Both these two drivers carry in-car cameras in today's event. Row 2 will have Jay Jefferson in car number 1, the Pennzoil Chevrolet, and Seth Cole in number 45. Third row has Kev Sheeran in 36 and Joshua Osborne in 99. Next row down has car 90, Quentin Moore in the Hills Brothers Coffee Ford. He'll be alongside car 18, Matt Haas, who won at Rockingham in the Interstate Battery Chevrolet. Fifth row, Paul Minnick, number 77, the Jasper Engines Federal Mogul Ford. And carrying our third in-car camera, Jessica Shelton, the number 94 McDonald's Ford. She's a former Michigan winner, also winner twice this season. Sixth row will have Jesse Turner in 75 and Kyle Matthews, two-time winner this season in car number 24. Maybe actually three-time, I don't know. Actually, it is two-time because he won the last race in the Tour at Pocono. He also won the season at Richmond. Next row down has car number 88, Keith Batson, and the Ford Quality Care Services Ford Credit Ford Taurus. He'll be alongside number 5, Phil Parker, in the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevy. Next row down has car set 25, Johnny Gardner, and number 12, Rob Evans. Evans, two-time winner season, won the Daytona 500 and also at Charlotte, while Gardner won at Talladega. Next row down, William Brock in number 4 and 28, Cat Batson. Next row down after that would be car 71, Alex Miller, and number 22, Dylan Potey, who won a season at Bristol. Next row down, Charles Sanford in 42, and number 44, it is Mike Becker. Next row down has number 3, Cole Deaver, the winner at Texas, and he'll be alongside number 9, Sky Cummins. Next row down has car number 11, Emmanuel Hartnett in the Paychecks Ford, and Henry Sanford in 55. Next row down has number 31, Nathan Hudson, and number 97, Zach Winkle. Next row down after that will be car 16, Julius Anderson, and 21, Marcus Sachi. Next row after that will be car 26, Ryan Brommer. Beside him, number 40, Nathan Ormond. Next row down after that will be car number 43, Joshua Coward. Having to go from way back in the field. The winner this season at Riverside. He'll be alongside Casey Nanako at number 7 in the Phillips Chevrolet. Next row down after that will be car number 33, James Henry, and number 20, Brandon Parker. Then it's number 6, Jordan Lopez in the Valvoline Ford, and Adam Flickinger in 23. Then after that it'll be Zachary Fitzwater in 66 and number 10, Mitchell Collins, and then starting shotgun field will be car number 30, Shane Lake in the Jimmy Dean Sausages Pontiac. Again, our in-car cameras today will be carried by both our front row starters, Dylan Young and number 60, Chris Dalton. And starting 10th in the field, carrying our third in-car camera, Jessica Shelton in number 94 to McDonald's Ford. And by the way, Young and Shelton, by the way, two of the former winners here at Michigan Speedway. In fact, it was those two battled out a couple seasons back for the win, with Shelton taking the win in that race. After Dylan Young had led the first 20 laps in that race, and Shelton didn't get him until coming to the white flag in that race, and what was a tremendous finish at Michigan, I should say as well. May not have been tremendous for Dylan Young, but anyway. Track is 2 miles in length here, 18 degrees of banking on this course here. We have, and on the front stretch, the banking is 12 degrees in the banking, same kind of degrees in banking that you would have you used to have at Las Vegas until they raced it about, I think, 15 or 18, whichever, but also the same banking you would have at Martinsville and New Hampshire. So here comes the command of the fire the engines for this, the Miller Lite 400.
Driver, start those engines!
field rolling off of pit road here for some racing here today at this 2-mile racetrack. Dylan Young, not yet a winner this season here on the Castrol GTX Cup Series Tour for season 23. Here, neither has Seth Cole nor Jay Jefferson. And has not yet won this season. Neither has Quentin Moore nor Paul Minnick. But the rest of but guys like Dallerton, Shearer, Osborne, and Shelton have all won a race this season, as has Matt Haas in number 18. So 5 non-winners and 5 former winners this season so far are in the top 10 here. Dylan Young, though, has been close to victory this season, though, and wouldn't be surprised if he got one this season or not, though. But we'll see if time will tell. Maybe today. Maybe today. Who knows? We'll see. 30 laps of distance here on this racetrack here today. Here is a Ford on the front row, Ford on the pole, and Chevy on the outside. Dallerton has won twice this season here, including on the sister track at Auto Club Speedway. He also won this season at Darlington. As the field comes off corner number 4 here, getting set for green flag racing here, as Dylan Young and Chris Dallerton lead them down, and we are underway in the Miller Lite 400. And already fanning out 3 wide. This track is plenty wide enough for 3, 4, sometimes 5 wide racing. And look at this mess. 3 wide, 2 rows deep off turn number 2. Kev Shear and Quentin Moore looking pretty racy here on the inside lane as they're trying to gang up on Seth Cole. Meantime, Chris Dallerton's going to take the early lead as they come off turn number 4. As he out-snookered Dylan Young and racer, time that start perfectly. Here comes Dylan Young to the inside lane on the racetrack here as they come to start-finish line. Lap speed's very, very fast here in Michigan. As I said, they qualified pole at 196 miles an hour, and that means lap speed's well over 200, I think, on this track here, if at all possible. And oh, he got problems on the front backstretch. Bill Parker spun. He'll take Poteet. Oh, and there's Sky Cummins that gets involved. Oh, a big crash. Collard's involved. Brandon Parker's involved. Jordan Lopez. Fitzwater's involved. Sky Cummins at number 9. That's one thing I forgot to mention about Michigan. Their turn 2 can be a trouble spot, especially as fast as they are going. And there's a damage on Brandon Parker's car. There's Fitzwater about to head on down pit road. Actually, it says, screw it, I'll stay out another lap. There's Mitchell Collins at number 10. He's out of the race. Let's take a look as to what happened to cause caution number 1 to fly on the second lap here at Michigan. Phil Parker driving to the low side of the racetrack here. They got 3 wide again, about 3 yards. Yeah, I see they made almost 4 wide. Brock gets into Johnny Gardner, who gets into Osborne. They crowd each other. Brock starts to spin, and that's turned Seth Cole right into Phil Parker. There's the post. He gets into them. Osborne misses him, so does Gardner. Deaver missed him as well, but then here comes the whole pack of cars right there. And Zach Winkle flips over, and so does Sky Cummins for that fact as well. 2 cars flipped. Damaged up some pretty good cars here. Phil Parker, boy, I tell you what, bad luck for him, obviously, here today. And obviously the same can be said for Zach Winkle and all the rest of the cars in the crash. And several cars making pit stops here. William Brock is in the pits there, as is Collard, Johnny Gardner, Cat Batson. Some damage to the back of the number 43 Machino Collard, who won the season at Riverside. about starting in the back at Michigan, it seems like, because if you start in the back of the pack like Collard did, and you got a fast enough car like he's got, then you do tend to get caught up in a little bit of trouble, obviously. So, actually, some big names there, and then in the back of the pack there's Shane Lake's in the back. Dylan Poteet's got some damage to his car, as does Seth Cole. Osborne, I think, may be clean. I'm not sure on his car. We'll take a look on the the passenger side of his car. That's the number 99 machine we're looking at, as they're coming by to complete another lap of yellow. But there's the Anderson's back there, as the 11 of Manuel Hartnett. So yeah, I think Osborne just came in this to check the damage on his race car, but the cars out of the race here: Jordan Lopez, Fitzwater, Parker, Commons, Winkle, Nanako in a 7 car. He somehow got involved in the crash. Parker, Brandon Parker, that is in the 20, and the 10 of Mitchell Collins, all involved in the crash. And so, looks like they'll load the cars up and prepare for Daytona, which will be the Pepsi 400 that will be coming up after. That will be coming up, obviously, the next race on the tour. The third of the 4 plate races on the season. We've already gone through the Daytona 500 and the Winston 500 at Talladega. And the 400 is next on the tour after this. And, of course, after that will be at New Hampshire for the Bass Pro Shops 300. And then Pocono is next on the tour for the Wix Filters 400. Or for the Wix Filters 400. And then after that will be the Die Hard 500 at Talladega, which this man leading the race, Chris Dalton, is the defending champion of, as a matter of fact. That'll be coming up just later on the tour. And then after Talladega, of course, will be the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. Field coming off corner number 4 right here, and let's take a ride with Chris Darton on the restart here on lap number 7 of the Miller Lite 400. And you're riding in the back bumper, Dalton's car as Kev Shear moved inside of Dylan Young for position. A little Wawa versus Sheets going on here. Can't resist that. Dylan Young now moves up to the back bumper of Dalton's car as they come off corner number 4. Inside Dylan Young's car, right there behind Dollarton as they go into turn number 1. Kev Shears in 3rd. 4th is Jay Jefferson. 5th is Quentin Moore. 6th is Shelton. 7th is Haas. 8th is Paul Minnick. 9th right now is Keith Batson. And 10th position at the moment is Jay Jefferson. Or 10th, I should say right now, it's Jesse Turner, not Jay Jefferson, excuse me. And look how fast they're going into turn number 1. Batson's case, 210 miles an hour into turn number 1. Paul Minnick is in this mix right there in the 77 car. Jesse Turner escapes double file racing. And now Minnick's got the help from Kyle Matthews in 24. Cole Deaver right there behind in 3. As he and Rob Evans go side by side. Matthews, remember, dominated the last half of the race at Pocono and to win that event. Rob Evans, he's got 2 wins this season so far, and both of them were the big races, the Colt 600 at Charlotte, and of course the Daytona 500 as well. And meantime, 3 wide for the lead. Kev Shear to the inside of Dylan Young as Dalton falls back. And now Young on the outside, Shearer to the inside, Wawa on the outside, Sheets on the inside. And Dylan Young takes the number 1 spot here, so Wawa wins that battle for the moment. Dylan and Kevin, if you're watching this, I can't resist the fun I'm having here watching this with y'all. Anyway, Shear to the inside right now. So now he tries to the low side of the track of Dylan Young. Dalton watching all this from third position, having a ball, I would imagine. And now battling for fourth position right there, Jessica Shelton trying to pull ahead of Jay Jefferson as Kev Shear takes the lead now in car number 36 here as they come off turn number 2. In the meantime, number 90, that is Quentin Morris. He's having as he cannot figure out who he wants to go with here. In the meantime, Keith Batson coming up behind Quentin Moore's car. She's right on board Jessica Shelton's machine. She runs fourth at the moment. And you see they turn over 9,000 RPMs going into turn number 1 here. So the track like Michigan, basically a lot like we talk about at Atlanta area. This track is an engine builder's nightmare. They turn such high RPMs and high speeds on this track. And see Shelton about maybe 8,700 going into turn number 3. In the meantime, Dollarton looks slow again on Dylan Young for third spot. Falls back in behind here. Pontiac first, Ford second, Chevy third, Ford in fourth, and fifth. As here comes Keith Bassett. He's got the help from the 18 car of Matt Haas. In the meantime, Haas, Turner, Jefferson, Evans, Deaver, they all got Kyle Matthews hung up to the high side. Deaver gets by, and Alex Miller got to give a call to him in the 71 car, runs in 13th position right now. And Mike Becker having a good day, running in 14th right now in the number 44 Hot Wheels car. He's having a hoping to turn his season around a little bit after a kind of a sluggish start. But Mike Becker giving the Hot Wheels ride a good run here today. Paul Minnick runs 15th. The Sanford brothers right there together. That's Henry in 55, Charles in 42, and Charles again gets the better of his little brother as he comes off turn number 4. So Charles Sanford on the move in the 42 machine as he tries to make his way up to the field. 3 wide racing here. Jefferson to the inside of both Matt Haas and Keith Batson as they come off turn number 2. Let's see what happens on the backstretch. See his position as they go into the third turn. Jefferson and Haas still side by side, and he's got Rob Evans and Jesse Turner right behind the 12 and the 75 cars, and Deaver up to the high side in the 3 cars. He tries to push Batson, and he gets hung up to the high side. And look at Miller and look at Miller, Becker, Paul Minnick, and the Sanford brothers, Charles and Henry. And also give a call to Marcus Sachi in 21 and the 40 of Nathan Orman as they both move into the top 20. Sachi in 18th, Orman in 19th right now. And Nathan Hudson, another Nathan, running in 20th position. And Kyle Metz is dropping back in the 24 car, and now he's in the clutches of Henry Sanford. And now Minnick gets pushed by Charles Sanford, number 42, as they go into turn number 1. Chris Dalton, meantime, takes the lead back. And 3 wide to turn number 2, through 1 and 2. And Matthews, look at that movement out of that 24 car. Kyle Metz snuck up the middle and caught both Becker and Henry Sanford napping. And Kyle says, I want to get with Charles and try to make our way to the front here. And they are trying to do so right now. And there is Chris Dalton leading this race right now with Shear second, Shelton third, fourth, Dylan Young, fifth right now is Quentin Moore. And Shear says, I want to go for the lead again. And so we're already halfway through this race here, well past halfway through. 17 in the books and 13 to go here at Michigan. And here comes Shelton and Dylan Young side by side. Shelton says, I want to get by Shear. Young's won here before, and so too has Jessica Shelton. And so too has Quentin Moore for that fact, too. Quentin Moore's also won here at Michigan before. And now 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. And look at Quentin Moore in that 90 car. He and Dylan Young decided to go toe-to-toe, side-by-side. And here comes Jay Jefferson and Rob Evans enter into the picture right now, trying for the top 5. Jefferson's in 6th, and Evans right now running 7th. 8th right now is Matt Haas. 9th, Keith Batson, and Jesse Turner runs 10th. Fast lap race so far, set by Charles Sanford at 195.887 miles an hour, almost 196 in race trim. Alex Miller running in 11th position. Charles Sanford now at the 12th spot in the 42 cars. As he and Miller try to push their way up through the field. Matthews up there, so is Deaver. It may not be long before we get to see those two. We get to see those guys push their way up to the field here. That is, if they stay. That is, if they stay in single file formation here, because like I said, if you pull out like Sanford's doing right now, and we also saw Keith Batson do as well too. You do tend to lose time when you pull out instead of staying in the draft. But once you get into the pack, though, you can shuffle all you want. And meantime, Dylan Young's taking the lead, but Dollarton coming back, and they've caught the lap car of Emmanuel Hartnett in the 11. Dollarton kind of trying to get a draft off the 11 car. He's getting the draft back off of Young's car now. Who's Hartnett gonna hang up? Quentin Moore goes by. There's Rob Evans. There's Shelton. They're all making a wise choice to move to the inside lane, except for Cab Shearer. He gets hung up behind. And whoa! Miller got hung up behind as well, and now Hartnett. He decides to hold up Miller and Sanford right now. That's Charles Sanford, I should say, in 42. Now Miller says, "Screw it! I'm going to go behind Deaver," and Deaver getting a draft off Kyle Matthews right now in the 24 machine. 7 laps to go here at Michigan. 1 caution flag, the only slow part of the race. Averaging right now 148.8 miles per hour for 23 laps. And now Quentin Moore's made it all up. He's back. He's up in the 3rd position now. Rob Evans in 4th, Shelton up the 5th. Inside, Jessica Shelton's car number 94. Matt Haas trying to come up behind her. That's for 5th place. And Shelton says, "Ha, screw you!" And now here she comes up inside of Dollarton. 5 to go. This time by. Dollarton hung up to the high side, Shelton to the low side as they come off turn number 4. It could be 1-2 for Penske if there's a possibility of that. Now, who wins between the 2 or the 12, we'll see. And before Moore and some of the others screw that plan up. Off turn number 4 they come here. Shelton up the 4th position now. Here comes Matt Haas to the low side. Jefferson is in there. Batson, Shearer, Turner in the 75. Kyle Matthews and Cole Deaver watching us as well. Matthews to the high side of the track. Here comes Deaver down low. And again, Matthews gets the draft in the middle of the track. And that's the second time we've seen him do that. That 24 car somehow set up the run in the middle, and I cannot figure that out. Because usually if you're stuck in the middle, though, usually you're screwed. And meantime, Quentin Moore is about to close up behind him, behind Dylan Young's car. 3 to go. Rob Evans to the low side. Car number 12. That's just going to let Dylan Young pull ahead here. No lap traffic really up ahead. Meantime, Moore's trying to make it all up here. They're coming out now for 2 laps to go. The Miller Lite Ford has started from the pole in this event. This race sponsor's car. Trying to hold on for 2 more laps. If Moore and Evans can stay in the draft, though, which Evans is apparently not listening because he does not want to run. He did not come here to run third. He moves to the inside of the racetrack here. Shelton trying to draft Evans past Quentin Moore. So come off turn number 4. The white flag will be waving. 1 to go for Dylan Young in car number 12. Or car number 2, excuse me. And they're going to go 3 wide for second place here. Evans to the middle. Quentin Moore to the high side. Shelton to the low side of the track. And Dylan Young's and Dalton's going to push Shelton. That's for second place here. We'll see who wins that battle between those 5 cars as they go into the third turn here. Shelton has second position for the moment, but where it all counts up front, Dylan Young coming off corner number 4. They come here, and he is going to pull ahead to win it here. Here, start finish line. Dylan Young wins the Miller Lite 400 at Michigan. Dylan Young, the Miller Lite Ford, car number 2, wins the race sponsors event. And Jessica Shelton wins the battle for second place. As she'll finish second, Darlington third. 4th, Rob Evans. 5th position will go to Matt Haas. Shelton, I think gave Dylan a congratulatory bump. I don't know. Kev Shear 6th. Quentin Moore 6th, Kev Shear 7th, 8th, Jesse Turner, Kyle Matthews 9th, and Cole Deaver comes home in 10th. So 17 races are in the books here, and 17 are left to go. Halfway home in season 23 for the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Give you the rest of the running order here. Alex Miller, a great day for him. Comes home in 11th position. 12th, Jay Jefferson. 12th, Keith Batson. 13th, Jay Jefferson. 14th, Mike Becker. Charles Sanford, 15th, as he holds on his brother Henry for that spot. Cat Batson, 17th. Paul Minnick, 18th. 19th, Nathan Hudson. And Nathan Ormond comes home 20th. Marcus Sachi, Joshua Collard, Seth Cole, Ryan Brommer, Joshua Osborne, William Brock, Dylan Poteet, Johnny Gardner, James Henry, Adam Flickinger, and Julius Anderson in the top 31. Emmanuel Hartnett a lap down in 32nd, and Shane Lake apparently had a problem. He ends up finishing 33rd, I should say, 2 laps down. Jordan Lopez, Zachary Fitzwater, Phil Parker, Sky Cummins, Zach Winkle, Casey Nanako, Brandon Parker, and Mitchell Collins was the rest of the finishers, or actually I should say DNFers, I should say, in this race here today. Averaging 157.163 miles an hour, Dylan Young dominates today here at Michigan Speedway as he takes home the Miller Lite 400, his first victory of the season. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the show. We got interests, gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA headquarters are for his channel. And be sure to check out our Duracell Cup Series, the Budweiser All Pro Series, and the Marvel Studios Cup Series. Also available, also from the NNSCRA. You will not regret checking those series out as well, neither. So that will do it today for Michigan Speedway. Congratulations again to Dylan Young, the winner of the Miller Lite 400. For now, this is James Colson, been a production of the NNSCRA. Off on Racing Express. We will see you at Daytona for the Pepsi 400.